Hello there, and welcome to episode 1 of Pulp Media Podcast with your hosts Richard Langridge, Shaun McCrow, Matt Denyer, and myself, Sam Cox. Today we're going to be talking everything Netflix. Before that, might as well just say hello and just do a bit of a catch up. So we'll see what we're up to.
Well, I've been reading some books. I like to do that. I'm a book
How many books?
Well, just the one.
Yeah.
So you read a book?
I read a book.
Which we should probably start saying, which is one more than Shaun's read in the entire past 4 years.
I've read books. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
The Hungry Caterpillar.
Not now, Bernard.
Yeah. No, so I read Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, Christian. Yep.
He and it was I really enjoyed it. It's very different to the movie. Not overly different because there's still people getting eaten by dinosaurs, but
Same premise.
But there's like the main difference for me personally is that Alan Grant, everyone's favorite paleontologist, is like this, strong-jawed Texan type. He's like got the shoes and the hat and. But
It's also a rip-off of Indiana Jones.
It's like a poor man's Indiana Jones.
He's also kind of a jerk. Him and Jeff Goldblum too. I say Jeff Goldblum. Ian Malcolm, who he plays, the mathematician. Essentially, that iconic scene where they reach over the fence and the T-Rex attacks the convoy or whatever. That happens in the book, but rather than Ian Malcolm and Dr. Alan Grant jump into the kids' defense with the flares trying to lure the T-Rex away, they just kind of sit there and watch it happen. And then,
It's more realistic.
Play dead! Roll over! They don't even do that. They just watch it. And, some other differences. Hammond dies. Jeff Goldblum's character, Ian Malcolm, dies. The guy, the clever girl, that guy, he lives.
Which is good.
There's just, general differences. It was all right. I enjoyed it. It's very much a book of the time. I don't think people would really write a book quite that way. It's quite slow to get into, and I know people.
Well, the thing with Jurassic Park is that not a lot of people read the book anymore. They'll just watch the film.
Yeah. I mean, the film is
it's
spectacle.
probably one of the only instances I can say that the film is better than the book. And not just because of the time period and the huge advances in like CGI and stuff like that. It's just a great film.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, pretty cool.
But so that's what I've been up to. What about you, Matt? What have you been doing?
Literally just got back off holiday, so not.
Okay.
Yeah, not really been
So you've
doing
done
much.
nothing. You've been bumming around, playing in the sand.
Like the
pretty
beatnik
much.
you are.
Got a little sunburn. No, did a bit of surfing. Ate my body weight in food at Belushi's.
Got sand in your crack.
Got sand in my crack. Yeah, all the standard, standard stuff. Did watch Deep Blue Sea while I was away.
That's partial homework.
Cracker.
Yeah. To be fair, that's my research, but we'll come on to that a bit later, I'm sure. But yeah, other than that, it has been a chill out and surf week for me, so I'm feeling great.
Good for you, man. Good for you. We've all been working hard.
Trying to put bread on the table.
I don't even feel guilty. I have a really hard job.
Yeah.
You get paid to go on holiday.
I don't.
What a
Prick.
dick.
Yeah. Right, moving on.
Swiftly.
What about you, Shaun? What have you been doing?
I saw Skinny Puppy a couple of weeks ago,
Nice.
which was good.
Really? Nice.
Have you
Really
seen them
good.
before?
Really
I
good
feel
show.
like you have.
Yeah, but the last time we saw them, I was really ill. So like I had a dodgy stomach. So it was like
this story.
Yeah, it was like halfway through their set, and I was like, I've got to go. I've got to get out of here. It was really like the base of the.
Number 2?
No, just like I didn't know what was going to happen. To be honest, I was like, just get out now. And the bass from the set was it was really going through me. I was like, I can't stay here. So we had to leave early. But it was such a fucking good gig. So yeah, they announced the tour.
Shaun, you know what it was? You got the brown note.
Got a brown note.
That's what it was.
It did go through me quite harsh. It was quite harsh. So we went to see them, and it was amazing. It was really good. They always put on a good show.
And you stayed for the whole set this
We
time?
stayed for the whole set.
Right. Took your Imodium and...
Yeah.
Stayed the course.
Yeah, chugged the Pepto-Bismol. Yeah. Besides that, just been finished playing Little Nightmares, which was
amazing.
Which was really fucking good.
So good.
It's just been announced that they're going to develop it for TV. And
really?
Henry Selick is apparently signed on to do it. They're going to do it as like a stop motion animation.
Just a quick one for
Bloody
me. 'Cause,
hell.
I mean, obviously, I'm not really a gamer, so premise-wise, what
is this?
like?
It's kind of
It's
how
a
do you,
hard
how do you
one
explain
to
the premise to that?
Yeah, it's a really hard one to explain.
I would say it's kind of surrealist in a sense that you never. It's like.
It kind of just
like
is.
how
There's
in
not really a
Labyrinth-
set. Well, there is a story to it, but it's more just.
Little Nightmares to me sounds like a guy who falls asleep and then little kids terrorize.
No,
No,
it's like
no.
it's like a little. It's almost like claymation, isn't it? When you look at it, the way
Yeah.
it's designed, but like it's like in this surrealist world where obviously everything's like our world, but slightly off. Like all the for some reason there's
Twisted,
like,
yeah.
there's
It's
like
like-
because like you're on a ship or what you think is
Yeah.
a ship, and you're sort of going through the levels trying to get out, and you're this tiny little pygmy fucking creature,
Yeah,
right?
you're like this little girl with this yellow
Anorak,
anorak on,
basically.
and you're just going around. And you got to get out, and there's all these things that are happening. But it was just a great little game. It's only a short thing, but the atmosphere that it creates, and I mean it's a platformer, isn't it?
It is
Kind of. It's like a puzzle.
It's almost like a side
platformer.
scroller, basically.
Yeah,
but
like,
it's just like again, the atmosphere was spot
Yeah.
on, and in some sections, even though it was kind of I don't want to say kiddish because it wasn't, but
Yeah.
because there was some stuff that happened in
Yeah.
there, but like it was again Labyrinth, where it was kind of like it was it was meant for adults,
Yeah,
but with a kid element to it.
yeah.
I know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's
I'm not
like
coming across very well.
it's like dark, but
Yeah, for anyone that has an Xbox or whatever, get it, download it, buy it. It's only cheap anyway. I think I picked up £15 like on launch, so get it. It's a great little game, and it's been picked up for TV, and I'm really looking forward to that. So
Sweet.
that's basically it.
Yeah.
Sam,
What I've been doing. Chain watching Resident Evil.
Why?
just end it there.
does
Just
that?
end it
Right,
there,
no.
man.
At the end of this podcast,
I thought it'd be
so-
like quite a good fallback because it's actually a big franchise. Considering how bad it is, such a big franchise. I thought I'd give it another shot, and it did not go down well again.
No, but it won't, will it?
no.
I was going to say for all those die-hard
Yeah.
Resident Evil fans.
Yeah, like me, I'm a diehard, like
Real Resident
old
Evil.
school
Yeah.
Resident Evil.
I remember
I'm talking
sitting in
like
your room watching you
99,
playing it for
1990.
hours.
Was it 98 or 99? It
was-
was one of those. It
yeah.
like the original
I'll check
came
the
out.
machine.
And I love that. I love the lore. I love everything about it, even though it's complete fluff and crap. Even in the games, and it is, if
Yeah.
you're honest.
The thing is, though, the film series was as painful as sitting through one of the load screens on Resident Evil 1.
The
Whereas,
door
like,
sequence.
with the door or
Yeah.
the stair sequence, even worse.
I'm not even exaggerating. I would rather watch a like a time lapsed video of just every open door sequence than watch any of Paul W.S. And I'm not just saying that because it's cool to hate him. Like I don't hate him as a person. He done Event Horizon. I think Google that shit, Matt. And was it Mortal Kombat?
1996, by the way.
Did you do Mortal Kombat?
I think he done Mortal Kombat.
Which one though? One or two?
No, I think it was the first one. I don't know. He might have done both, but I
feel
know he
should,
done the first
just
one.
interject here, listeners. First of all, Resident Evil was March 22nd, 1996.
That
So
old.
that it's
Whoa.
that long ago. Secondly, we do occasionally just like to throw in a game or something that Richard and Shaun feel a bit passionate about. And when someone's bastardized it, they go on a little rant, so we just leave them to it.
Yeah, well, how would you feel if somebody abused
Yeah.
something you loved? No, you'd be upset, Matt. I'll answer that for you. You'd be upset, and we're upset. You know?
I've let you sleep in
And
my
I think we
bed.
have every right to be upset as well.
And not only that, it also knocked off it had an effect on the games because the film started becoming this big financial success, this box office, and raking in loads of money. And then the games saw what was happening, like, oh, we need to be more action.
Yeah, we need to capitalise on that.
Yeah, we need to capitalise on that. And so they did, and then everybody suffered, apart from the people making the films and the games who made shitloads of cash.
Just on a side note, the Vietnamese skin company, the skin and biology company that are using Umbrella's logo as their logo currently.
Really?
No one's seen that?
See, I still just don't understand how a company can take
Well, they
a
said it was
symbol that is
accidental.
accidental.
Yeah,
That's-
do you know what I mean? It's a bit too close to the mark for me, you know, like some sort of skin company, zombie company. Yeah, I'm just
to be honest, I mean, it is a pretty generic symbol.
yeah, but
an umbrella.
it's absolutely spot on. It's
No,
red
it's
and
not.
white,
It's,
and
yeah,
it's
it's-
an
Yeah,
octagon.
but it could have been
Yeah, from like a
anything.
bird's eye view, yeah.
When,
Bird's eye
when
view, yeah.
as a company that must have some kind of knowledge of the franchise. One person in there would have knowledge of that franchise. You think it would be, but no, apparently not. or they just don't care because they're rebels, aren't they?
I feel like this is a subject that will definitely
take
need.
We will revisit this at some point.
Yeah.
The Resident Evil franchise.
All right, what we're going to do now is move on to the crux of today's show, the bit we like to call...
Going on to it, well, it's like on Netflix at the moment. I mean, there's some like good stuff and there is some tragic stuff. Like Netflix original seems to be like the way to go, but I just can't make up my mind if I like it or not.
Isn't there something to do with the rating system? Like, it's a really flawed system. I know there's been a lot of controversy about the Amy Schumer stuff, but like,
Oh my god, why anyone would want to watch that shit?
it's pretty terrible.
But like Netflix as well at the moment, like if people aren't watching films and stuff, they're starting to take them off. So all you're going to end up with is TV series on there.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a huge... But
I find
considering how well they're doing with a lot of their Netflix original series, I don't think that's a bad thing.
That annoys me though, because they cheat me out of things. Because
Like what?
like they had a Netflix film, Spectral, and it's actually
It was
like-
terrible.
Yeah, it was. The cinematography in it was actually pretty good, but the film itself terrible. But they put it through to me when I first looked for it, or not looked for it, but I was scrolling through. It said, "Oh, Spectral, 5 stars." I thought, "Oh, it must be good." Then.
Seems pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, and then because I had to watch it in 3 parts because I watched it in the morning before I went to work, and then by the 3rd day I realised it had gone down to 2 stars. And I was like, did they just lie to get me to watch it?
Well, is it? Because obviously,
have no
I
idea
mean,
how it
it
works.
depends on how many people have rated it. So if only one person's rated it at 5 stars, then
maybe,
it's going to be
Yeah.
it's
I
going to
don't
look
know.
great. But then if like someone else comes in and says, "Well, this is the pile of shit that it is," and gives it 1, then it's going to knock it down. So
See, I
it's,
fell foul to that the other day. I watched The Captive. It's Ryan Reynolds' film. Like his daughter gets kidnapped and stuff.
Oh, that's
that was
I
good.
really liked that.
Yeah,
man.
that's pretty good.
was it a serious film?
Really?
No,
It
yeah,
didn't
serious
do
film.
anything.
It's like the only films he's worth.
Like again,
watching,
it was one of
Did
those
you see?
films.
Was it
Besides
buried?
Deadpool.
Yeah, it was
No.
Deadpool.
Did you see? There's one where he's like buried underground.
Yeah, I
Oh,
bought that
that's amazing.
on Blu-ray about 5 years ago for £3 in CEX, and thinking, "Oh yeah, I'll give that a go. It's a bargain." Never watched it.
I've been trying to
It's still-
convince,
it's still
I've been
sat
trying
on
to
my
convince
shelf.
you
It's not
for about
gonna blow
2
your
years
mind.
Yeah.
to watch that.
And
I've really
I
enjoyed it.
I keep
It's
saying
good.
that I'll watch it, and I'm going to say I'll watch it. But
It won't ever happen.
We'll organise an
bold-faced
evening
lie.
for you. We'll make it a thing. We'll get you some popcorn. But no, I don't think much of The Captive. But again, when like some of the TV series that have come out, I think a lot of people hype them up. Like Netflix, American Horror Story, for instance. Everyone's hyped that up so much. I
Yeah.
don't want to watch it yet.
Yeah, but yeah.
I watched the first episode and I thought it was terrible because
No,
everyone
that's what
hyped
a
it
lot
up.
of people
I'll tell you what
said
it is.
that.
The first season and kind of the second season were pretty good. The first season especially was...
So I didn't get on with the first season.
Oh, I really liked the first season.
I thought it
The
was
second
wicked.
season, it was in an asylum. It was pretty cool. And then just from there, was it the Coven? Was the third Covenant?
Yeah, Coven.
Yeah,
No, Coven. It was Coven.
Yeah, Coven.
Coven, yeah.
Yeah, it just gradually went downhill, and now
See,
they're just
I
trying to.
really enjoyed the third season. That's the one that gets the most shit, but I actually really enjoyed
the-
it.
with the witches
yeah,
and
the
stuff.
witches one.
Yeah, you did.
loved
You,
it.
you,
Okay,
you
no
enjoyed
spoilers
some
because obviously I haven't seen it yet. I'm just saying, like, it gets like people have hyped it up massively, but for different seasons. Like you're saying, you know,
Well, that's the best thing about it, is because each season's its own thing. So it's not just like, oh, I'll wait till the next season, it might pick up. It's a completely different.
Yeah, it's an
story,
anthology
which-
series they call it.
Yeah.
Or- yeah.
yeah. But again, the same goes for things like I know it's not a Netflix series, blah blah blah, but like Game of Thrones.
That's
It's been
continuous.
massively hyped up. Don't want to see it.
No, but
I
it
think-
is really good.
It is good.
Okay,
No,
great.
It
no,
is
you see,
good.
I'm
But
still
then
not sold on
Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's
it. I don't understand how it happens because like there are so many series that everyone says like, oh, brilliant. I watched the first 2. I finally got through 2 episodes of Breaking Bad, and that was about a week ago. I know I'm that far behind because I didn't want to watch it, and I'm still not impressed by it.
The thing is, you can't like
ju-
based on a show that spans 5 seasons. You can't say I watched the first 2 episodes and
No, because
I
no,
thought
but
it was
that's
pilot
gotta be
is
a-
what
it's like-
ropes someone into
Yeah.
like you're saying
Yeah, it
about
needs to be
Marvel
good,
earlier.
but
Like,
really,
they've got
I mean-
6 to get you into it. But really, if you don't enjoy the first one, why would you watch the next episodes from there on out?
It's the way the series is presented. The Game of Thrones, it's something that constantly builds upon.
Incest.
Yeah, there's a lot of that in there as well.
Yeah, well.
It's a brilliantly written series, obviously from the books
George R. R. Martin, yeah.
And I just, because I'm not usually into like medieval stuff, the fantastical element, you know, with the dragons and stuff. Not really my thing, but just for the actual, the relationships between the characters and all this stuff,
Yeah.
I really, really, really like it.
And it's got the budget as well, so it doesn't just look shit.
No, it
It's
looks-
actually
it
got
looks-
the
that's the
stuff.
difference.
It's got
you can
the
see when
backing as
some
well.
TV series have just
Yeah.
run out of their money.
I mean, Game of Thrones. I mean, even the most critically acclaimed shows, they're still not without their faults. Like with Game of Thrones, I think it was like season 4 or 5. Nothing really happened besides the fact that they just travelled. Like it was just them travelling everywhere to the point where like
I binged watched it, man.
yeah, so
can't
did I,
remember
and it was just
specifically.
all it was. Like I don't know how people can watch it like week by week because that pissed me off because nothing actually happens. But again, with the development of the characters, that's what keeps you going. So just having 2 episodes, yeah, it probably will be shit. But these shows build on the characters and they develop the situations that they're in.
No,
But I think we've moved into a generation now where it is more about TV series and films.
Well, I've
Yeah,
definitely
Nothing
noticed
is about
that
you can't
the
watch
shift.
a one-off film.
Yeah.
Or you can't
No,
watch
no.
like films are all like, oh, we've made this film, so now we're going to make it a real long story,
Yeah.
like you say, like an anthology style thing. Same with like it's attention spans. You can sit and watch 45 minutes and then be like, actually, yeah, fuck it, I'm done. Or you can
Yeah.
sit and watch a whole day.
I put off watching films because of that reason. Because like, well, I'm not going to commit to like 2.5 hours worth of film, but then I'll go watch 5 hours of TV. But I know that after each 40-minute interval, I can turn it off. I can
if
go
I
at
need
work.
to,
I can
yeah,
go do
exactly.
something else.
Exactly.
I mean,
But it's funny you say that because I've definitely noticed a shift. I don't know specifically the specific reasons, but I mean, look at shows like True Detective. You've got someone like Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson coming together. I think it's the first time they've done a TV series. Both of them. Have you seen it?
yeah,
No, I
quite,
didn't
True
see it.
Detective.
quite
Yeah.
big time
Absolutely
sort of actors.
amazing. The first season, absolutely fantastic, and we're getting more things like that. More people. The second season, Vince Vaughn, the girl from Mean Chicks. I can never remember her name.
Lucy Liu. Lucy Liu?
Lucy Liu from
Not
Mean
even in the
Chicks.
same boat.
No, what the fuck's her name?
Well, but you call it Mean Chick. This Mean Girl.
Mean
The
isn't it?
girl
Yeah.
from the Notebook.
The Notebook. Who the
So,
fuck's her name?
Amy McAdams.
Oh, I'm thinking of.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
McAdams.
I'm thinking of Elementary.
Okay.
The-
That-
the
that's-
US.
how is that close to Mean Girl?
It's the US version
Mean
of
Chicks.
Sherlock.
Like
No, but so yeah, I'm definitely noticing there's that shift, and I think it's because people's attention spans are growing. I know I keep bringing this up in conversation, but like I really do think that people's attention spans are getting shorter.
it is.
You know,
massively.
even with books now, the way people write books, if you're not gripped in that first opening chapter or the first 10 pages or whatever,
Put it down.
people put it down because
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
so
the amount of
easy
people that
to
are probably
get it.
turn this podcast off right now.
Don't, please.
If we
Listen
talk
to us.
about like Netflix originals, I think the main one for me is going to be Stranger Things.
That's probably its biggest success story. to date so
Hands
far.
down. Yeah, exactly. It's going to
Actually, it might have been overtaken by 13 Reasons Why.
but I haven't seen that.
Haven't
but
seen it.
I'm happy to
Oh,
be
that's
enlightened. But
amazing.
again, I think Stranger Things for me was just everything you needed in a TV series, and it's probably one of my most anticipated, and I'm looking forward to when they release it in like the
Season two,
second
it's like
season.
October or something.
31st Halloween, yeah. So they're supposed to
Yeah.
be.
I'm actually
released
really
in-
looking forward
What I
to it.
liked about it, when they announced the new season, and they've recently kind of been drip feeding details, and they've said that they're gonna go heavy on the horror,
Yeah.
which I
Nice.
actually like
Which is
because
good.
I was
See, I
worried
would look forward to that.
from the trailer of the second season. I thought they were going to go the other way and just put more action in there.
Yeah.
And it was just going to be over the top, and it was going to lose that nuance that the original had. And to hear that they're going to stick with being horror heavy.
Well, the beauty,
I
the
think it's a
beauty of
great-
the first season, and
great touch.
this is something we've all discussed before, is the fact that it was set in the 80s, before smartphones, before all of that. And when you couldn't just, someone's in trouble, let's just phone them. They're all riding their bikes. The soundtrack is amazing. Like,
The
everything.
soundtrack, even the intro score is friggin' amazing.
Everything about it is like nostalgia central for me. Like the whole thing. Like I just think it was really well done, and it wasn't too long. When some seasons they just put so much crap in it. It was 8 episodes.
Actually, yeah, that's
all it
that was a
needed.
biggest
It didn't
clutch,
need to be
yeah.
longer.
Don't outstay your welcome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like when I first watched it, like
And that was the best thing about Breaking Bad. It didn't outstay its welcome. They could have literally bled
Yeah,
that
I
thing dry,
completely agree.
and it
Completely
ended
agree.
the right time to the point where it was like, this is just a good overall show. And it's kind of the same thing that The Sopranos did as well. It knew when it was wrapping up its story and just finished it. You don't want to get to supernatural territory where they're just going at it, and it's
And that's
just
still
shocking
going.
now.
Yeah.
It's still going.
Supernatural
They're on like
is terrible.
season
I turned
12.
off after season 5 or 6.
Season 5 is when it should have ended. It's when it
No,
was
season
supposed
4.
to end.
Season 4 is when it should.
Well, season 5, that was when the original creator planned to end it, which is
Yeah.
why it wraps everything up. And then it was like, oh no, the fan base grew, and then they just carried it on, and it is just shocking now.
I think we can all safely say that season 7 with the Leviathans was probably the best season.
Was that season 7?
I think I'm pretty sure.
And they're
it's
on
season
what
seven.
They're like
now?
12 now, I think.
That was the last thing I saw when Dean went to purgatory.
That was
That's
season,
season
3.
4. Like he comes back.
No,
Yeah, season
no,
three.
that's when he
He
went
comes
to
back
hell.
from 5.
He went to hell.
Yeah,
Then he comes back,
3 goes to hell. Dean goes to purgatory.
and then he goes to
Yeah,
purgatory.
it's
doesn't he?
purgatory. Yeah, that's season.
With the,
oh, end of
Leviathans.
season.
God, yeah.
End of season 6.
End of season
7 is when he comes back.
Was it end of season 7?
I'm pretty sure.
Google
Yeah,
it.
because
Google it, Matt.
I
he
haven't
brings
seen
the
that far, yeah.
doesn't he bring the Leviathans
Yeah, he brings them back
from Purgatory?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's season 8. So yeah, season 7.
Pretty irresponsible of him, I would
Yeah,
say.
I mean,
Oh,
why do you do
that's
that?
a show that should just die.
That's just
Yeah.
drop.
But
I mean, even X-Files had, 10 seasons, 11 seasons? Or maybe,
I can
was
still,
it 9
I can still
seasons?
chain watch
I
that.
can't remember.
Still totally chain watch
Yeah.
that.
The thing is with the X-Files is that each episode was, I mean, it was quite an episodic based show. So it was basically Creature of the
Well,
Week.
no, what they divided it into mythology episodes and
Yeah.
Creature of the Week episodes. So you always had
you had the
Tombs episodes, but then they also had the Men in Black, the conspiracy.
Yeah, but that was still
that
very
element.
thin. Like
Yeah.
the ratio was more Monster of the Week.
So that's,
It was very consistent.
Yeah, so they could have done that for another 10.
so this is the thing because Stranger Things. Yeah, again, it's another series.
I think it's a Netflix original that is just held its own. I think.
I will say, not to cut you off, Sam, but I will say I don't think Stranger Things is as good as people make it out. It's one of those things that become really popular really quick. And it's not really breaking any new ground, it's just doing it really well.
The
And
whole
it should
thing
be, it
was
should be,
a-
it
I
should be
think what it's
lauded for
doing-
that.
I
but
think what it's doing is taking everything that everyone's tried to do and perfecting it in the way that, again, I think, I don't really know how to describe it, but a lot of people throw too much money at something and it's got too much, it's too much Hollywood, like you say, too much action, not enough horror. They didn't put too much explanation in. They left lots of room for question. They didn't put too many graphics in. They didn't put too many. There was nothing on it where I went, shit, the budget on this must have been massive. Whereas with a lot of them, you're like, wow, they've thrown all this money at it, and what are you getting that's any different? They
Yeah, I
left-
mean, I think
it's
one of
Spielberg,
its
right?
one of its strengths was
Yeah.
the fact that the nostalgia effect, basically, that it brought.
Oh,
is the
massive
fact
help.
that it was a film like we grew up watching, and the fact that the whole thing was a love letter to Stephen King. Anyway, it was kind
Yeah.
of what I liked about Super 8, because that was just
that
a
was
love letter to
incredible.
Spielberg, and it had all of those kind of. It went down the box, like ticking the boxes of what.
ticked all the tropes.
Yeah,
and-
it ticks all the tropes of like you would expect in that type of like Spielberg film, and I think this done the same thing. There are so many nods to obviously past films and classics that everyone grew up with.
Yeah,
To be
when
like,
you see like the speak and spell in the background,
Yeah.
and he's got the hoop like.
yeah, even like the
grew up with
shitty,
that,
the shitty toys they're playing with, and just
Yeah.
like, oh, I used to have that Millennium Falcon toy, and like
BMXs,
yeah,
it's
BMXs
got all
and
the-
stuff.
Yeah.
So it does heavily play on that, which I'm not going to fault that for it. I fucking love it. I'll take nostalgia anytime.
Do we
Yeah.
think like Netflix is going to be like the next? You get the
It's a
beginning of a
modern age
movie.
blockbuster, isn't it?
Yeah, you get the well for that, yeah. But you get like modern, or you get movies, and it's like Universal, Sony Pictures, whatever. I can easily imagine a little bit into the future it being like a Netflix production, even though it'd be released at the cinema, because
But they're already doing that, right?
Yeah,
Is that actually a thing? I've not been into the cinema and seen like.
I don't think it'll be long
production.
before-
No,
Yeah,
I
I haven't seen on. No, it's not been at the cinema.
No,
but
not like a theatrical production. But
Yeah,
they are
I can
doing
imagine that
exclusive
going.
movies.
Oh yeah, they're doing exclusive movies
but
for.
you got to
for
think,
Netflix.
why would they if they've got their own platform that they're pushing content on? Why would they then branch out to?
I don't think
Well-
it'll be long before they start having like not like Netflix cinemas, but you can go in and watch.
chain watch.
Yeah, exactly. They'll have like a Netflix day at the cinema, and you go down and you just chill on a beanbag.
Or maybe they
and watch.
completely reinvent.
That would
the,
actually make a fuck ton
Can you
of money.
imagine? Like
Yeah,
when
that'd
we
be-
went to Rooftop Cinema in London, and all we watched was like
Batman
Batman or something
Dark
like that.
Knight.
Yeah, but because you're on a rooftop cinema, it's something different. And
People pay.
Yeah,
a
but
lot
is
of
that just
money.
a
Yeah,
novelty
exactly.
though? Would that wear off?
but yeah, I know, but capitalize on it while you can.
Yeah.
Like Netflix is
Oh,
massive.
no doubt.
Like Netflix is again. You think about what 5 years ago, you'd have been like, never heard of it. What is it? And now it's like like nobody's heard of Blockbuster if you ask any of the like
fucking
21st century
millennials
kids.
got no
Blockbuster,
idea.
Yeah, you don't know. Oh, you're
what it's like
missing
to
out.
own a Blockbuster card, go flick through DVD.
It was VHS in my day, but yeah, sure.
Never
like,
decide on what to watch, so you sit there for fucking hours looking for something.
Yeah.
like
Try and make
DVD
cruising
player
up and
for
down the
25 quid,
aisles.
and it comes with 25 DVDs that are absolutely shit.
And do you remember you always get like the 3 for £10, and you always try and make that third movie. You got 2 movies, and you think, what should the third one be? And there is nothing good on the rants.
Yeah.
You just
Like you've
So that's how
already
you end up
spent
with
5
Toxic
hours
Avenger.
trying to find those first 2.
try and
Yeah.
death
And the irony is, by the time you've actually found the films you want to watch, it's too late to watch them anyway.
Yeah.
Because you got work in the morning.
yeah, you get
So-
home and you're like, oh, a bag of Doritos and dip's gonna go to waste. Kind of thing. Skills. Skills.
I mean, yeah. So Stranger Things for me is probably one of my favorite Netflix originals. But if anyone's got anything they want to,
Speaking of Netflix originals, has anybody seen Daredevil?
No, so I haven't
You-
seen
so
it.
you-
Yeah,
seen
I
it?
absolutely loved it. And again, it was for the faults that I give Marvel or the shit that I throw their way. I thought that was
Like
was
a
a
monkey
really good
throwing
show.
But you know what?
No,
That's
that's the thing. It was just
Happens
I
a
just
lot.
like the thing is with the Daredevil series was that it didn't mince anything about, and it just played it straight and was just a good. They did it for the benefit of the character rather than the benefit of the audience.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah,
wasn't pandered to kids or anything. It's like they took a good character and made a good story with it, and I'm perfectly happy with that.
What was wrong? What was wrong with the Ben Affleck film then?
what was right with
Sam,
Ben
go and
Affleck?
sit in the corner.
I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
just go. Yeah.
Why don't you just
it
lay
was a
down?
classic.
Don't even look at me.
No, I mean,
To be honest, I actually
Don't.
quite enjoyed the Ben Affleck one.
Oh, really?
Oh dear lord.
Oh, really?
No, I actually
Kingpin
enjoyed
played
it.
by older.
Ving Rhames?
No, not Ving
it's the other
Rhames.
one.
Michael Duncan.
Clark Duncan.
Michael
Yeah.
Clark
Duncan,
Duncan.
he is dead now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Uh,
The thing is, I like Colin Farrell in it. I liked him as Bob.
Oh my god!
Colin Farrell.
I find it a bit ludicrous. I mean, I know it's a skill, but it's when he gets a paperclip,
Yeah.
unfurls it into a perfect object to throw into someoone's
Yeah.
neck, and you just think, this
Isn't
is
there a
terrible.
part where
This
he,
is crap.
where he flicks a peanut into somebody's...
Yeah,
it's
on the
from his
plane.
mouth.
On
On a
the
plane.
plane, it was like someone snoring or something. I can't remember the scene.
That'd be an amazing
But he
skill to
bounces
It's so
it.
petty.
Yeah.
I do quite like that.
The thing is, like, if Marvel,
The fact he tries to kill someone with a peanut.
Yeah, I quite like it.
if Marvel put that film out today, the fans would lap it up.
That's probably
Yeah,
true. yeah.
debatable.
No, think about it. It's a
Think
Marvel.
about
I mean,
it.
it's
They've got to the
very
point where they
Marvel,
can-
yeah.
They can basically put out anything now, and people don't care what it is because it's Marvel and it's
Slash
just
Disney.
Yeah, everyone knows. Yeah, slash Disney, but everyone knows the characters now that they will just lap up anything.
Yeah.
It's like watching Iron Man in Iron Man 3, I believe, just
Yeah.
pissing in his suit.
And it was terrible. Iron Man 3 was terrible.
And you think, yeah, it's just...
I can't even remember it. That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
That forgettable. But going back to Daredevil, I mean, funnily enough, one of the things I found about it that I liked most was how dark and gritty it is, which is, funnily enough,
Treading on
a lot
DC
more like
territory.
DC.
Yeah,
To
But
be
that's the
honest,
thing,
and
'cause
that's probably one of its strengths because I mean, was it the first episode or first
Yeah.
2 episodes? Daredevil goes after a child trafficking ring to rescue this kid who got abducted in front of his dad, and it's like brutal.
Yeah.
There's like a really long fight scene, all one sequence, shot in one sequence, and you can tell he's like getting like because I know we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
It's like you can see him getting worn down and just really going at it. I'm like, holy shit, this is amazing.
See, that's what I
Because
like,
Daredevil
where it's
essentially
just more
isn't
real.
superhuman. He's got no superpowers.
well, no, he does.
Like-
He has
Yeah.
this kind of sonar. You
yeah,
know,
which is fair enough. But
where
like
you can see.
strength wise and things like that, like with Spider-Man, he got spider strength. With do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
They
when
can keep going
like,
kind of thing,
Yeah,
yeah.
with Iron Man, he's powered by a suit. He's
Yeah,
a genius,
I know what
but
you're
he's
saying.
powered,
Spider-Man got super strength, the ability to walk on
Yeah, like
walls, a kind of a homing detection system, danger system, and
Spidey-
Daredevil got
That's
blind.
Spidey sense.
Danger system.
What the hell would you call it? Spider sense. Spider sense. Yeah, but I was trying to make it cooler.
Danger system.
By removing one of the catchphrases from the comic books, you were trying to make
Danger
it
system
cooler.
makes it sound like a BDSM game, doesn't it?
My Spidey sense is
Wait,
tingling.
what?
It's kind of-
What kind of videos have you been watching?
The word is grapefruit.
Danger. Moving swiftly.
Yeah, but yeah, I like it when you get a fight scene in a film or a TV show, and you can see that they're getting tired. They're not just throwing these super punches, and it's like, oh, now I'm off to save the day. It's like you can tell he's getting worn out.
Yeah,
and
it's definitely-
I like
It's
that.
genuine. That's
It's
what you
genuine.
get. But again, that's what I was saying about Stranger Things. It feels more genuine because they don't take the piss with. Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
it's
What? you need to explain that.
okay. So like, it's something like Daredevil. He's seen as being human, right? So he gets worn out. essentially when he's fighting, he is just a human, and it makes it feel
a
more
blind
real. When you're watching like
human, a blind, like bat sonar human,
A blind human that can actually see.
and he's trained to be like a
Actually,
martial artist.
that is a big con of this movie, isn't it?
It's like, we're going to give you a blind superhero.
Who's got super sight?
But he can see. It's like, okay.
So his superpower is
Nothing.
your
it's his ability to
the
lie.
power of sight.
If anything, he can see better with this sonar. So
Because he also
he's
has
actually
like an
more of an
X-ray vision
advantage.
of some kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
blind.
so his,
Don't pass
his
that shit on
superpower
me.
is misdirection, really. 'cause
Yeah.
you're completely gonna. Oh, look at this guy! He's a pussy. He's blind. I can kick this guy's ass, and then he can actually see like
Everything.
almost see
going
the
on.
X-ray, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
much.
So then he can jump out and go, aha!
Yeah.
And tackle him down.
What was that sound again, Shaun? Aha! Oh, I see. Yeah.
It's kind of Alan
Terrifying.
Partridge. It'd be like if Alan Partridge was a superhero. Aha!
I would pay good money to see Alan Partridge
As a
as
superhero.
Daredevil.
Smell my cheese, you mother. Yeah, moving on.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Anybody else got any Netflix?
Yeah, anyone else watch Netflix original?
Yeah, 13 Reasons Why.
What even is that? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Explain
No.
the premise of this to me, because all I'm getting from everyone is, it's really depressing, but you should watch it.
No.
Why?
Well, no, I will say, with a fresh voice, I can say it's depressing, but you should watch it. Because
Well, I'm convinced.
Thanks for not being cliche. That's it.
no, honestly, it's obviously the whole thing's set up as a girl who has committed suicide. Spoiler alert, but it happens right at the very beginning, so I'm not really spoiling anything.
Yeah, isn't that like the main
that's it.
plot?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like
I mean,
lovely-
just read the plot synopsis and
so,
it's
is,
right there.
so what is it like? Lovely Bones or
No, nothing like that. It's a girl is killed herself and she's left behind 13 cassettes, or 7 cassettes with 13 sides, 14 technically.
When's
One's
this
gone.
set?
It's actually set in modern day.
Wouldn't it be like MP3s?
No. She's done it typically.
I've got a mini disc player sat
Yeah,
there.
like,
That's the thing. It's done as like a romantic gesture, like to that sort of era of cassettes.
What fucking child knows about cassettes nowadays?
Well,
They'll be streaming it.
she's retro.
She'll have her own podcast.
She's retro.
Retro.
She's retro.
Stop.
Go on, then, why don't you kill
let me
this?
finish
All right.
the- all right, yeah.
Pretty much a bunch of 13 things happen to her that make her suicidal, and she ends up killing herself. And it's pretty much her love interest is listening to it and finding out everything that happened to her at this high school. And the thing is, you think, oh, it's set in a high school, it's going to be high school drama. It's like, yeah, but it's the worst kind of high school drama. It's like people being actual dicks. There's rape in it. There's proper bullying on a different levels, to the point where they've actually hinted in the next season that it's going to be like a fucking, we need to talk about Kevin-style high school massacre. And it's actually really dark. And it's not a case of like, nothing's romanticized. There's been a lot of critics saying, oh, they're romanticizing suicide. It's like, no, at the end, she fucking cuts her wrist
There's
and
a
bleeds
lot
out in a
of people
bathtub.
that
It's
have
pretty
also-
grim.
Okay, now explain the cassette bit again. Because
No,
I still don't understand that.
She's decided to tell everyone in the school what they've done to her by releasing 13 cassettes. that she
On a
recorded.
medium no one can listen to.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much. So
basically.
she's really just being awkward.
So she's done the world a favour, really.
So now
about the
people have
mix.
got like eBay Walkmans and fucking
no,
cassette
actually,
players.
right at the end, it does get put onto a USB stick.
Someone had a bit of forethought.
You
Jesus.
know what? Can I just say
alert,
something,
jeez.
right? Her biggest problem isn't that she got bullied. Her biggest problem is that she never discovered the internet or MP3 player.
Actually, the internet is like not even in this. It's literally just people talking on their phones. They
Are you
WhatsApp each
sure it's
other.
modern day?
No, it is modern day. They actually do put things on Facebook, but she does not at any point. She's of that ilk of this like quirky retro kid. So she decides she's an older medium to tell the story of like how these people
She's a
treated
hipster.
her.
I've got to be honest, man.
Just
She
say it.
sounds
She's
like
a
a dick.
hipster.
No. I mean,
Am I wrong?
there are moments in it where you think she is a bit of a dick. Not because of the retro cassettes, though. It's because she actually just does the wrong thing.
Yeah, season 2, she's ripping them all to Betamax.
Actually, what annoys me is that the one thing I saw online about season 2 is it's like they sort of hint at it being like the story of her, all the cassettes she's given, the 13 reasons, are more complex than you originally realised. And that makes me think there might be more cassettes, and that fucking winds me up to no end. Like, if they go on something else, fine, but they cannot go back to cassettes for the second season.
But what you were saying when about reviews and stuff, it being like dark and everything, and like calling for it to be pulled or whatever. There's a lot of reviews I've seen of people that have said that it should actually be played in schools.
I
They
think
should actually make kids watch it because it's apparently
What, to
teaches
learn
them
about cassettes?
Well, more about suicide.
No, they
and,
should.
like, what
Welcome
causes
to
it.
season 2.
The
And
same-
the first image is her like downloading stuff off Napster, wearing a like Adidas tracksuit.
Lars Ulrich trying to sue her.
What about you then, Shaun? What have you been watching?
Well, mine isn't my favorite thing on Netflix at the moment. Isn't actually. Well, it didn't start out as Netflix. It's been going around since I think the first episode aired in like 1988 or something. But mine's Mystery Science Theater 3000. So
What is the premise of this? I've heard about
it's
this. But I've not-
basically it was like that you get on YouTube and like people would just put a film on and then they'll just be I don't know commentating on it or taking the piss out of it or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, this is basically the thing that did it first. So the premise is basically you got this guy who gets captured by like mad scientists, and they're trying to make him like see what makes him go mad. So they stick him in front of like just shit films, and they just make him watch really shit films. So to keep sane, he builds like these shitty robots, and he just takes the piss out of them while they're watching it, like with the things. And all it is like this shit film. It's this
trying to
shit
picture the
B-movie
plot.
film, and like all you'll see is like the screen, and then it will just be the silhouettes at the bottom of like in a cinema. Where it's just like the seats and then you got the head, and it's just them watching these shit films and just taking the piss out of them.
But is
And
it
it's
literally
fucking brilliant.
Is it literally like watching like a load of films, but it's literally got
Yeah,
commentators?
like
in
each
the space?
episode is a film, and they watch this shit film, and they just take the piss out of it. And
love
it's
it.
so good because I love shit films, and it's actually I generally
You
like
really do.
some
You
of the
do.
films they actually put up there. They are so bad, but I fucking love them.
Was Suicide Squad on there?
Or Alien 3.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
that's like when what's the film with Paul Walker and the other guy?
Jesus, well done. Fast and Furious.
Roadkill.
That one.
Or Joyride, I should say.
Oh, well, that's-
whatever. Yeah. It's like when you're watching their audio commentary on that film, and he's like,
Which is better
Oh,
than the
Steve.
film.
it's better than the film. Yeah,
Because
you're
that film was pretty shit.
like, yeah, I know. But when you watch the audio,
that.
commentary,
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good film.
loosely, it was mediocre at best.
But yeah, that's my favorite thing on Netflix, and it got cancelled a bunch of times, and it jumped from network to network. I think it was on the Comedy Channel, and then it jumped to like the Sci-Fi Channel, and then
And now Netflix is big.
and then well, it got cancelled, and then the guy who created it, I think it was the guy who created it, he started a GoFundMe page or something, like a crowdfund.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he started
Wow.
a crowdfund, and the initial like target he wanted was like 2 million. Apparently, it raised that within a week. And, so if
That's
we
impressive.
raised a GoFundMe page, we could replace Matt.
With a robot.
with a robot that just gives a
Then
shit.
who would you get to search Google for you?
Google.
That's a good point. He's got,
It's a robot, Matt. It's
a robot.
It is a
It'd be automated.
yeah.
All right, Skynet.
Yeah, and then
Biggest fears.
it smashed its target, and then Netflix picked it up. So there's like another 14 episodes. So thank you, Netflix.
That's impressive.
Yeah, give it a go. It's really good. It's really funny.
And science.
Mystery Science
Mystery
Theater
Science.
3000.
Oh, great. Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah.
Right.
But even the robots, because like he's supposed to have made it out of just shit lying around the spaceship. Like one of the robots is basically like one of those kind of like those bubblegum machines. Like the head is just like a bubblegum machine with like this little beak on it, and it's just. But give it a go. It's so fucking.
Not
good.
being funny, considering the shade you just threw my way, and now you're talking. You're trying to replace me. with
Not only it's impressive that they managed to raise like 2 million in the first week, but you're saying that you don't like. I mean, you like shit movies.
Yeah.
And you're literally like liking something that had to go and create a GoFund page. So I mean,
Yeah,
it
but
got
how's that
cancelled by
go-
like 3
No, it's
Yeah,
not-
but they
it's
went
not
on for
that
like
he likes-
11 seasons.
I'll tell you what it is. He
That
likes
is
the
really impressive.
underdog.
It's not
Oh,
like the
yeah.
underdog. It was just that it was a good show, and it had such it's gained such a cult following, and the fan backing.
No, in
to
fact, I
make
follow-
to make it go that far. I mean,
I
this
follow
is
Matt because you like
So it
the underdog.
came from being an
'cause
underdog,
Suicide
did
Squad-
Oh, yeah, I do like
Suicide
oh,
Squad.
fuck off with Suicide Squad.
It's a bunch of underdogs, and it's a terrible movie, and therefore an underdog movie.
That's why
and
he
you
likes
like
it.
that. So yeah, I think the underdog theory is quite sound.
Look at that sour face.
I did.
I will get
It
my
wasn't what
whiteboard
I
and do the
hoped
science.
it was, or it would have been, or could have been, but I did enjoy it.
That sounds like my
I'll tell you what, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that way more than I did the latest Guardians film.
I still haven't seen this.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
haven't seen it,
controversial
but I've-
statement. I haven't seen the second Guardians film yet, but
I could do a whole monologue on Marvel films, so I'll leave.
No,
that
we'll
for,
leave
like,
that for another episode.
Whatever.
Yeah,
'cause-
we will come
yeah.
back to this.
we'll
But,
do a DC versus Marvel.
There's no context.
That would be like 2 or 3 episodes.
Just me, just running.
Yeah, it's Shaun going off on
Yeah,
one.
we come back from
I
a
can
3-hour
actually-
interval and it just
It's like, I get this kind of get stapled as heavily DC fan. It's like, yeah, I am, but
Oh.
I can still.
So it's a sound profile there.
No, but the thing is, I can still put up
Would you say
an
it's,
unbiased conversation on the pros and cons of both, because I'm generally just a comic book fan and I like both franchises.
Would you
And
say you
their
like
comics.
DC more at the moment because it's the underdog?
No, DC aren't the underdogs.
Are you sure?
Oh, what? They're films. Okay, they're the underdogs. But as far as comics, they are out. They're just outdoing everyone, and their rebirth run has been phenomenal. And Marvel were just lacking in comics in general. But Marvel themselves, they have some great stories. They have great characters, and I just wish they were at a level that they once were.
Just
but
for
they've fallen
the
so much.
just for your input here, listeners, we like to trigger Shaun on occasion and just let him go. It's fun.
So yeah,
We just wind him up and let him go.
And that's him winding down.
yeah. That's a different episode.
Okay, so moving on to a segment now we like to call...
Chopping block.
In this segment, we will be holding movies up for review, where, should they pass muster, we will be indoctrinating them into the Pulp Media Hall of Good Enough. However, should they fail to pass muster, they will be taken out into the garden and left to die slowly like the steaming hot pile of garbage that they are. Ordinarily, this is the part where we would pull a movie out of a hat, but seeing as Matt pulled up a pretty good movie earlier, Deep Blue Sea,
And we've done no prep.
and we've done no prep, why don't we go ahead and toss that bad boy around for a little while? Chew on that stank.
Okay.
Let's chew.
First of
on
all,
that
let's
steak.
decide the team. So, who's going to be prosecuting? Who's going to be on the defence?
Okay, let's have a look. Pulling names out of a hat.
Okay, go for it.
Prosecuting. Matt. Which is a shame because he actually loves that movie. I love that. And Richard.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. I can throw some shade.
Oh, so we're
So yeah,
So
apparently
we've actually got to
we've got to
fight-
save this movie.
we got to
guys are gonna
save it.
defend
We've got to save it.
Okay.
Why do I get
Considering the last time you watched this was
I was 13.
Bear in mind, the film
I
was,
13
released in
when I saw this.
1999.
1999.
So how old were you, Shaun?
I can't math.
Apparently you can't English.
you can't English either.
I can't
do that. Go back to graphic novels.
See, you throw so much shade on graphic novels. For someone who likes to read, you should fucking pick one up.
Are they pop up as well?
Do you get a little surprise every time you turn the next page? Oh, sorry, Batman.
This is great.
What are you talking about?
So, Deep Blue Sea then.
This is such a fucking closed-minded prick. Just because he reads a fucking book, thinks he's better than everyone else.
I don't think that.
It's such a sack of shit.
Okay, so let's have the opening statements from the defence. Why do you guys feel that Deep Blue Sea should not be taken into the garden and sacrificed to the movie gods?
Well, it's got a stellar cast. For instance, the Samuel Jackson. I mean, he obviously came with a hefty part of the budget, but I mean, he pretty much he makes a movie. He makes half a movie anyway.
So I think Samuel Jackson is completely overshadowed by the dominant LL Cool J.
That's true. I mean, it's got again star cast.
He carried that film.
Yeah.
I mean, it actually ends with one of his songs. It
Wow.
actually ends with one of Cool J's songs.
I'm gonna knock you out.
No, I mean it's just got a great cast, and apart from that, it's at the time it came along with some excellent CGI for 1999.
That is the most
Even you can
tactful
say that
way
with
of saying
straight
bad
face.
CGI.
No. I said it was good CGI for its time.
Compared to what? Play-Doh?
Well, Play-Doh's not CGI, but we won't. So I don't think you're putting up a strong,
Okay,
strong
would you
case
like to
here.
hear
right?
our- we're waiting
me
for
start.
you to finish.
Yeah,
Do you want our rebuttal?
Let's
then?
go point by point. Let me just
You start.
Let me just ease into this stank.
What the hell are you thinking?
Yeah, let me just glide neatly into the hill. What? So, one of the things I can sit here and moan about the CGI, which was atrocious, or the fact that they killed off the best thing about the film, which was Sam Jackson.
No, Thomas Jane survived until the end of the movie. The totally stoic, strong character, lead character.
Yeah. I said Sam Jackson. That's a completely different person.
The thing is, I think
Overrule that, Judge.
I think the death of Sam Jackson actually benefited the film because it threw a curveball. Because you're thinking, oh, Sam Jackson,
It
he's gonna
relieved
survive.
some of the budget.
and it was
probably.
like, wow, this I didn't expect that to happen. So I think
Yeah.
it was a good surprise part in the film that actually benefited.
yeah, also known as a cheap gimmick.
How's it a cheap
Oh,
gimmick?
yeah,
How's
that
Sam
was a
Jackson a
cheap
cheap gimmick?
Yeah, I
No,
think-
whoa,
That's Sam Jackson's cheap
whoa!
gimmick.
Don't do that.
Hey, well, these are your
Don't
words.
twist
These
it
are your words,
around.
Richard.
The killing of Sam Jackson was a cheap gimmick.
How's
Sam
it-
Jackson, he's like boobies. He makes everything better.
Let's put it this way. Samuel Jackson.
Angry boobies.
Hang on.
No, you throw boobs on anything, it's automatically better.
Right.
Throw boobs on Matt.
No, it doesn't improve.
But then, okay, Samuel L. Jackson doesn't have a monologue in this film. If he doesn't have a monologue in a film,
Well,
the
he-
film's
he
not good
does.
enough to. No, he doesn't.
He
gets
does,
cut off
but he
halfway
gets-
through and
he
gets
gets-
eaten
yeah.
by a shark.
Yeah, which
a shark
was
by the
made it
way-
so shocking.
Hang on, let me finish. Please, can I finish? Can I finish? Okay, I finished.
That actually really shuts Shaun up.
I gave you your chance.
Okay, right. The sharks constantly change size. Constantly.
No, Matt, they
Too
evolve.
Small, no.
No.
They don't evolve in the space of 12 hours. 1 minute they're like 50 foot long. Then they're like,
They're fucking like mutant sharks.
And not only that, there were 3 of them. So
yeah, okay, two
Might
smaller
be-
ones and one bigger one. The bigger one goes from being, like a shadow that basically takes up a whole tank to being like, oh, I can fit in a fucking tube.
Yeah, he does
and
get
correlate.
massive at the end.
It changes
It's
shape
one
the
of
whole
many,
time.
many inconsistencies throughout the film.
Yeah.
sharks can swim backwards.
No, they can't.
No, they can.
Well, these
These ones can.
these ones can.
They're badass sharks.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
they're like mutant sharks.
So, other than Samuel L. Jackson,
Kind of.
LL Cool J, LL Cool J's Bird, which was
so
obviously one of the better actors in the film. You tell me any point of monumental acting in that film. Any point where, other than those 3 characters,
Matt, I saw this film when I was a child. I can't even remember it.
Well, you've got
let me
like
just
13.
address the elephant in the room, and that is the fact that when faced with a super intelligent swimming backwards mutant shark, you have somebody like LL Cool J throwing one-liners at it. That is not how you react.
yeah,
to mutant sharks.
Come on. Die Hard. Yeah, and I spit.
He acts his way out of
Germans
an
and
oven.
sharks are 2 different
He's
things.
got one-liners.
He was
One-liners.
He
You
was
gotta big
cooked
up.
in his own oven. That's all
yeah,
you
not
need to
being funny.
know.
Any good hero has one-liners.
Yeah.
If a hero can't throw a
LL Cool
one-liner,
J's not the hero.
He is.
He's fucking LL Cool J. He's the hero.
LL Cool J, and I always forget his name. What is his?
Thomas Jane.
Thomas. I just said it a minute ago. LL Cool J
I know,
and
'cause
Thomas
he's
Jane.
forgettable.
I know, he is quite forgettable. But in this movie,
He's
What's
like-
totally memorable?
What else is he in?
Expanse,
Punisher.
The Punisher. Yeah, the film.
Oh, what the original
film, yeah.
The
John
bad-
Travolta.
Oh yeah.
But we're not talking about that, Shaun. All right? Yeah. Just back up, all right?
Yeah, you're on leading the witness on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I mean Thomas Jane along with LL Cool J they both take down a 50-foot shark.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Is it actually
With
50 foot or is it
dynamite.
12?
What's
I
the
don't know.
scene where LL Cool J throws his lighter?
Into a room that's
you
got
ate my
oxygen.
bird.
Yeah.
You ate my bird.
Yeah.
Boom. Heroic.
That's amazing.
Fucking good scene.
Can I just right? Because let me just throw some logic on this, some reality. Okay, you have people like Bruce Willis or John McClane, as we all like to think of him, going.
Yeah, we're not talking about that, are we?
Yeah,
Rich?
no, hang on.
Move on.
hang
You're getting a bit out of spectrum here,
I'm
aren't
gonna spring this
Just put
back
it in
round to the
perspective.
topic,
Yeah.
right?
Give us a second.
Throwing one line is like yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, and whatever the other ones were.
Oh, great! you are putting up a terrible.
What was the other one?
Yeah,
What was the other? Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, and
Doesn't matter.
That was
yeah, you're
it.
right. You're right. Doesn't matter.
Welcome to the party, pal.
No, it's ho ho ho. Now I have a machine gun. Right? Classic, memorable lines.
Well, actually, he wrote that on someone's shirt. He didn't actually say
Yeah.
that.
It's actually Alan Rickman.
Doesn't matter if it's voiced.
It's actually Alan Rickman that says that line.
Yeah.
I've got a machine gun.
More to the point, it was now
Yeah.
I've got a machine gun.
And
No, I
in
got
Deep
it,
Blue
yeah.
Sea, LL Cool just says, "You ate my bird."
Yeah,
That's
he ate
it.
his
That is
bird.
terrible.
No, he flings his
Compare
Zippo
'em.
lighter, like
In
popcorn
slow
stars,
motion.
in slow motion into a gas-filled room. Boom!
It's
blows up
awful.
a shark.
I thought, ew, thinking about it. It might be that's coffee. Mate.
I just want to put this out there, and it might just be me, but number one, genius scientist pissing into the wind.
Yeah, it's eccentric.
It's fucking
Oh, okay,
retarded.
right.
Okay, right.
Sure, when a genius pisses into the wind, he's amazing. When I piss into the wind,
You're an idiot.
I get that
Stain. On your
You get that slap from your other eye.
You're not a scientist.
Okay.
clearly.
no. Second, like when said genius who's pissing into the wind and has got pissed down his pants is then in the lab and gets his arm bitten off, he then tucks his arm behind his back and you can clearly see it. And he's like hobbling along the floor, looking like some sort of retarded Quasimodo.
he's floundering
Yeah.
ironically, like a fish out of water.
Okay,
like
okay.
easy to see.
Like the shark.
Okay. One bad scene does not take down a movie.
Okay, name a good scene other than you ate my bird.
Yeah, what? You ate my bird? That's an awesome one.
and when old Jackson gets it. That's a good scene.
Yeah,
It's
he
like
get-
fucking hell. They just killed Sam Jackson.
He was
not
in the
really
middle of
though,
his
is
one of his.
You don't get
monologues.
points for killing Sam Jackson in a film. You just
do.
don't
You do,
get it.
you
No,
do.
you don't.
Yeah, sorry.
This is Pulp Fiction. You don't.
You do.
I'm
How
sorry.
often do you see? I mean, it's ahead of its time. How often do you kill off a central character? Boom, Deep Blue Sea. Boom, central character gone. Oh man, what a twist! That's some Shyamalan shit.
What a
Exactly. He
twist.
was taking notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, it's probably where he got his career from.
Okay,
that
just
one
to,
scene.
just to clarify, you're saying Shyamalan. You're comparing Deep Blue Sea to Shyamalan.
No,
Name a
just-
good
just-
Shyamalan film.
That's not what we're doing here, man.
I'm just saying, if you're dragging
well,
it
Off
down to
topic. Off topic.
leading the witness.
Leading the witness.
those objection.
You can't just say words you heard in a court drama and expect that to be the thing.
All we're going off of here is movie references, Richard. That's what this podcast is about,
Okay,
man.
so-
Yeah, we
Start
don't know
to-
what we're talking about.
Start to finish, rubbish acting, except for Sam Jackson, maybe LL Cool J, and the other guy who no one knows who
So
he is. 'cause
not
he's
rubbish acting.
No, 3 out of 9 characters. So a third of the characters can actually.
There is a woman at it. At one point, falls. They're like in the tunnel going up, and she's getting eaten by the shark, and she's having like a fucking orgasm or something. I know we talked about
yeah,
this
she's
earlier
like,
before
oh
the
my
podcast.
god, I don't want to die. It's like, that's not funny. You're gonna die.
And then she dies, and she deserves it, frankly.
Point
Yeah,
given.
and I'm glad.
I mean, I'll happily concede that she is the worst part of that movie.
The thing is, like, bad acting doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad film.
Okay,
there have been so many good films
let's
with
meet
shit,
then. Let's
with
meet
shit acting.
bad acting with bad science.
Hang on a minute. Wait. 1 second. 1 second.
It's funny, but this is like
If you want me to take it apart, I will.
bad acted, bad side. This is a film about monster sharks. Like, science isn't exactly going to be very accurate. Like, Bill Nye is not going to do a piece on how fucking off the mark it was. Is
Okay,
he?
but their lab was far enough underwater that they had to have proper thick glass. Yet that shark brings the guy down with the oxygen tank in his mouth. Somehow his ears don't implode with pressure. His body doesn't crush.
How do you know?
with
How do you know?
pressure.
How do you know it's not actually happened?
Yeah,
he
you,
does look like he's in a considerable amount of pain when he's getting dragged down.
No, he
there.
doesn't. All you can see is his eyes going. He's not being crushed.
What
he
were
gets
they
thrown
doing
at a
there?
piece of
What-
glass. That little piece of glass. That piece of glass he manages to hit with his face and a part of the bench.
I mean, he's a
that
50.
he's on.
It's a 50-foot great white shark
Going full
swimming.
force.
It's not a
full
great
force.
white, is
I mean,
it?
full
Great
force.
white
Oh, sorry, a
into
mako.
Oh,
A mako
well,
shark.
a big fucking shark.
Right, okay.
Going
Is that
full
full
force into a window.
and throwing that. So you think that throwing that at a piece of glass that thick that's designed to withstand that much pressure will crack that? No.
Yeah.
Secondly,
Yeah,
the guy
Matt,
when LL
Matt, the
Cool J
movie
blows up
proves
the
it, doesn't
fucking
it?
shark in the room, he's managed to fill that entire 300-foot squared kitchen with gas in that
Yeah.
short amount of time, as
Without passing
yeah.
out.
Yeah,
Bollocks.
Because he's fucking LL Cool J.
Okay.
you.
The shark swimming up the
He does- he
tunnel
does hold
is
his
supposed to
breath.
be massive.
He
It's
does
supposed
hold
to be a
his breath in
massive
the air.
shark,
He does
right?
hold
And
his
it's
breath.
Oh, that
somehow
saves
swimming up the
everything.
tunnel.
Well, it does. There's gas in the air.
What? How does he hold his breath for?
Well, he's going because at first the gas is building up in the oven, and he's holding his breath while he's hacking away. I'm not going to cook that in his own oven. And he's like hacking away, and he gets out the top of the thing, and he's like takes in a big breath of fresh air that's not quite permeated the area, and then he starts struggling across the room.
While
getting
we're on
away
the
from
topic
oven,
of him
while
being
he's
cooked
pushing
alive
it
in his
there.
own oven, if he's got an axe striking at a metal oven, would there not be sparks? Would the sparks not ignite?
No, I mean,
gas?
I'm not gonna-
he hits it quite like.
Yeah, I'm not even going to get onto that.
Not
but
one
He doesn't
spark
go
flicks.
full Cool J.
Last little bit, just because. Last little bit, just because I can.
Cool J.
And just
I
because
love
I
it.
like to do this. The sharks can bust through pressurized steel doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're big monster fucking sharks, man.
Right, okay.
It is about
Like, at
monster
what
sharks.
point do you get they don't have limitations?
No, stick with me. So, how high can these sharks jump?
Probably really fucking high because
Okay,
they're
but the
monster
fence
sharks.
is only fucking 8 feet tall. Why didn't they just jump over the fence and fuck off in the first place?
Because they just want to kill.
Because they need to lower the shark. They need to lower the fence.
They
and
don't. It's an 8-foot fence. I can jump an 8-foot fence if I fucking try hard enough.
What the hell are you fucking on crack or something?
Unbelievable.
I'm not with this guy.
Fucking unbelievable.
I was just saying. Awful film.
What?
No,
Based
no,
Based on the fact that you can jump over the fence.
I think your logic.
Shark.
If you want me to take you down with science, I will. I can jump an 8-foot fence. Why can't a shark do it? You can't jump an 8-foot fence, and therefore a shark probably can do it.
Okay, I will film me attempting to jump an 8-foot fence.
This is
Is
gonna
that,
be-
is that from out of water as well?
Yeah.
Just like,
This is going to be a Pulp Media production YouTube channel of Matt doing stupid shit, trying to disprove film theory.
Okay.
I'm telling you, if we start this GoFundMe page right now, we could get a replacement by next episode.
So, okay, closing arguments then.
Okay, it's got a Skarsgård in it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Stellan.
Yeah, Stellan
Skarsgård.
Skarsgård.
Oh, that should 10 points.
Thomas
anyway.
Jane, he's coming up in a new series Expanse, so I've got to give him some credit.
And the next Predator film.
And the next Predator film.
So that's another one where he's not going to be memorable because you couldn't even remember his fucking name from this film,
Well, he's getting
and he's
stronger,
the main
isn't he?
character,
He's getting stronger.
other than the sharks.
Yeah.
He has done some good stuff.
Yeah. like what? Wow.
Let me just
Put out
Let me just Google it.
the old Google machine.
What was his name? Thomas Jane.
Thomas who?
Look,
Thomas Jane.
I think we have put forward a strong enough point that Deep Blue Sea is in the annals of Pulp Media.
Good enough.
Good enough,
Well, I
yeah.
disagree. I think it's bad CGI, even for the time.
No.
They
Bad
kill off the
acting,
best
bad
character, bad
continuation.
acting, cheap one-liners, and
cheap
dodgy
one-
science.
No.
More to the point.
You can't give a
Dodgy
film bad
soundtrack.
reviews
And Matt could jump
on
an 8-foot
one-liner.
fence, so I don't know why the sharks can't.
I'm just saying, and the soundtrack was crap.
It's LL Cool
It's
J.
LL Cool J.
My hat is like a shark's fin.
Yeah. It's like
What
a shark
hat
fin.
has he got that is
Yeah.
like a fucking shark's fin?
He doesn't even have a hat in the film. Oh, I hate this film.
that's it.
He has a chef's hat.
Yeah.
And if he's got a shark's fin chef hat, does he ever wear it?
Then I think that's just fashion forward.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was tempting fate, frankly.
Yeah.
Okay, so closing it off then, what do we all think? Do we seriously want to consider putting Deep Blue Sea into the Pulp Media Hall of Good Enough?
Yeah, of course we do. This whole thing came around
Yeah.
because Matt wanted to watch it when he was on holiday. So although he's trying to fight the fight against it,
I do love the film.
exactly.
Okay, so
And
all
so
We put
It's
up
so
a better
bad.
argument anyway.
It's,
Yeah, we
it's
did,
a
yeah.
Shaun film. It's an underdog film. It's so bad that
Wait,
it's
wait,
good.
don't be saying stuff like that. It's my type of
It
film.
is. No, it's so bad
I've seen
that
it
it's
once
good.
in my whole life.
You paid
when I
to
was
see it in the
13.
cinema.
And you
my
paid.
uncle
You
paid.
voluntarily-
My
right.
uncle paid.
made
I actually wanted to go see The Haunting.
Wow.
Because it was when the
Yeah.
Megaplex was just built, and I wanted to go see The Haunting because my brother had seen it like 5 times. I was like, oh, I need to see this film. And then we were supposed to go, and then because ABC cinema was closing down, he was like, oh, we'll go watch this. And I went and saw like a 15 rated film when I was 13, and I was actually like, why? I just want to
I
go
can
see
hear the
Haunting.
sirens now.
But
You're in
that's-
trouble.
Yeah, it's like I want to go
But,
see The
but that's the
Haunting.
thing though, because you watch it once and you can literally remember it so much up until this point. So that must have been a good film.
It was. It actually brings me back to my childhood. So back to the nostalgia references that we were saying with Stranger Things. I think that this has actually ticked all of the right box.
Well, it is 18 years old now.
It is 18 years.
So then, rounding it off, all in favour of indoctrinating it into the hall?
I think we'll
I
give
think we
this one.
should. Yeah.
Are we going to save this film from
would
eternal
say-
damnation?
I
Yeah.
think so. And I think... So, we're saving it.
Yeah.
And I think that makes it 1-0.
Victory.
Okay, all right. Fair play, you win. All right.
I was trying to argue against it.
Go back to
We-
it. Does,
we tried.
Does Thomas Jane age? He looks the same age in that movie
Yeah.
that he does in the
He was
recent
in The
Expanse.
Mist.
He was in the
He
mist.
was in The Mist. There you
Yeah,
are. Good
and
film.
he-
A good film that he's been in.
He was
One-
good in The
yeah,
Mist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good film.
But he doesn't seem to age.
Doesn't-
And on that
And,
note,
and you know what? You know who doesn't die in The Mist? Sam Jackson. Because he's not in it. So
Good.
it's smiles around.
It's good.
what?
It's a good contribution there.
Well, tell me I'm wrong, Sean.
If Samuel Jackson in that movie, it probably would have been a little bit better.
If he wasn't in the movie,
I
Actually,
really
Mist was
like
a
that
great
movie.
film.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, it's Samuel Jackson. In it.
And while we're on the subject, new Mist TV show coming out.
Oh,
Looks
yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
well, they're going back to what you said, saying that Samuel Jackson didn't die because he wasn't in it. Maybe he wasn't in it because he died.
Yeah, he could be in those
But then he
streets.
wasn't in it.
throw
Oh,
that
this is like a
curveball.
chicken and egg thing, right? Isn't it?
This is why we won the argument.
I mean, you heard that scream. you heard that scream out in the car park in the mist, right?
Yeah, that was Sammy Jackson.
That was Sam Jackson.
Yeah, uncredited.
Yeah. You don't, yeah.
What, he weren't in danger, he just showed up to screaming and
Rich,
buggered
quit
off.
while you're
Yeah,
ahead.
danger.
Sean's used to
I'm going to
fighting for the
update the Mist wiki page to add that in. As well.
Yeah, starring Samuel Jackson.
Sorry, Sammy
What, so he
Jackson.
start getting royalties?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because he needs the money.
he does.
Okay.
They can give us some.
So we can replace Matt.
So much shade. So much shade.
Okay, that's all from us. Join us again next time on
Pulp Media!